Hey everyone, it's Joy here, and I am super excited to share this really cute Pennant St. Paddy's Day card with you. The products that I am using are Gumdrop ink. This is this new beautiful green ink. This is the Perfect Pennant dies. And you get 2 of those pennants, so that's fantastic. And then the Perfect Pennant St. Paddy's Day stamp and coordinating die. And I'm also going to be using the Gumdrop cardstock along with a few other supplies I'll talk about in the video. So I have die cut from the Gumdrop cardstock 2 of the pennants. I'm gonna create 3, but 2 of them are going to be the Gumdrop ink. And I have taken the cute little 4-leaf clovers from the Perfect Pennant St. Paddy's Day stamp set, and I am using VersaMark clear embossing ink, and I'm stamping those on to these cute little pennants. I did prep my cardstock with an anti-static powder tool because we're going to do some white heat embossing. So I'm just creating like a patterned paper basically onto these really cute pennants. Once I get all of those stamped, then I'm going to sprinkle on my embossing powder. I opted to use an acrylic block because it's actually faster than using a Misti for something like this. And I just added my 2 images to different sides of the acrylic block. I'm going to sprinkle my white embossing powder on, shake that off. I do have my heat tool on and heating up. And then I'm just going to hold this with some reverse tweezers so I don't burn my fingers, and I'm going to heat that until the embossing powder is shiny and melted. Let's do the second one, and then we can start stamping our 3rd pennant. So I have die cut that from Sugar Cube cardstock, and now I want to use the new Gumdrop ink, and I'm going to do the same thing on this, but we are not going to be using any embossing powder. So just creating a fun little pattern. Well, these are 3-leaf clovers. These are not 4-leaf clovers. But I'm going to create this fun little pattern on the background. And look at how yummy this Gumdrop ink is. I think it's so gorgeous. It's such a pretty green, but I feel like it almost lends to like a teal or a turquoise. Then I have an A2 size piece of Toffee cardstock, and I'm going to ink blend the edges with that new Gumdrop ink just to give the backdrop a little bit of color, a little bit more interest. Then we have our little pieces to our pennant that I have die cut from key lime cardstock. I'm going to ink blend just the back edge slightly. I did not add any more ink to my brush, but using that Gumdrop ink, just adding a little bit of ink blending to that. Then I have my little white pieces that like the little tassels that hang off the back of, I don't even know if that's what they're called, but hang off the back of a pennant. Now in this die set for this pennant, there are the little sticks that the pennant would go on. I opted to do this card a little bit differently. And so I'm going to use it like a pennant banner that would be hanging. So I'm going to adhere my little pieces together so we can put these pennants together. This is so super simple, but such a cute die set, you guys. And the Perfect Pennant St. Paddy's Day stamp set has wonderful sentiments in it. I'm just going to use one, but they're really, really cute, perfect for St. Patrick's Day. I'm using just a little bit of liquid glue to adhere our pieces at the back part of our pennant here, and a little bit of liquid glue on the smaller pieces that I'm putting on the end. Then I'm going to stamp my sentiment. I am using the sentiment that says Luckiest Charm. I'm going to use the Gumdrop ink and stamp that onto Toffee cardstock. I'm going to stamp it one more time because I didn't get a great stamp on that first sentiment, and then I will be using the coordinating die to die cut this out. I'm going to place that over my sentiment, use some low-tack tape to tape it down, and then I can run that through my die cut machine, and then we have this fun sentiment that's going to go on our card. I'm going to use some foam adhesive behind my pennants, some foam adhesive strips, just to give it a little bit of dimension. I'm going to center this white one, and then just tilting those Gumdrop green ones just a little bit. Looks like now they're a hanging banner across our card. Then I have some foam adhesive behind my sentiment. I'm going to place that right in the center of that white one. And then in the die set that goes with the stamp set, there are these cute little clovers, and I'm going to adhere a couple of those. I die cut those from key lime cardstock and the Gumdrop cardstock, and I'm going to place those around the sentiment. And then I die cut more of the smallest clover from the Gumdrop cardstock, and we're going to place that on the top of the outside little pennant pieces or pennant banner pieces. And I think that just finishes those off so nicely. And then this is adhered to a white A2 size card base, but I love these. It's so St. Patrick's Day. I think these look fantastic. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. You can find all of these products at the Tailored Expressions web store at tailoredexpressions.com.